5 set.
You know what? If I was a coach of one of these teams, I would definitely have like hand wipes. You know what I mean? That like dry your hands. You know, that like get you ready to go.
Oh, a lot of esports players actually do. Yeah, they have like they get the like chalk to like keep
chalk
the,
it up.
Yeah,
100%. You got to do what you got to do, right? Like the gymnastic chalk.
So when are you going to be coaching? When do we have to wait for this?
I said too much. Diego B on the top, ASUCHINI on the bottom. Grand Finals, Super Magical Cup. Here we go, Woody. Wiz looking like Goblin Huts for both players. It's a graveyard on the right-hand side as Diego B is in. Ooh, wait, what? Diego B misclicks and oh no, that's a graveyard.
What?
On defense? I don't know. That was a mistake graveyard is what that really was. That was a pretty beautiful like graveyard position, no? I mean,
the hard punish from ASUCHINI, though, he recognized that his opponent is now really far behind on Elixir, sent in a P.E.K.K.A, and you can see both players about to reach 10 Elixir, but with a P.E.K.K.A on the field, ASUCHINI is going to be well positioned to make a big blow at this right side tower. Guards are a great counter to P.E.K.K.A, though, and they start stabbing it down as best they can. Shield soaking an entire P.E.K.K.A swing as she finally goes down. That Electro Wizard just can't stand up to that flying machine, though, and with the Royal Ghost Miner combination moving in, ASUCHINI has earned a lot of damage early on in this match.
Yeah, the Royal Ghost just gets taken out by the tower right there before it goes invisible. So Diego B saves another 270 so odd damage on his tower. Another Goblin Hut gets cycled by ASUCHINI, and that one little mistake from Diego B hurts him a little bit, but was able to recover with minimal damage for that huge 5 Elixir mistake.
I don't know, man. 1,000 damage out the right side is not the best way to start a game here. We actually got a really good placement on this Goblin Hut from ASUCHINI, able to take down most of the goblins streaming in from him on the other side of the arena, and now sets up a P.E.K.K.A in the back. He's willing to take a little bit of chip damage out the right side as the goblin gets the first little spear hurled at the right side tower. ASUCHINI builds up this P.E.K.K.A push with the Zappies in tow. Poison ought to be able to take care of the tower, the Goblin Hut, and the Electro Wizard. Great setup by ASUCHINI on offense once again.
Yeah, here comes a miner coming in on the backhand side from ASUCHINI, just trying to get a little bit more chip damage off the guards. They need to get to this P.E.K.K.A. The P.E.K.K.A drops, no problem. How is Diego B going to do this? Is he going to choose to graveyard? That is not the play. He does not. Flying Machine just sitting in the back here. It is in the poison, though. So
beautiful placement on that poison, to be quite honest. Yeah, clips the tower, the Goblin Hut, and the Flying Machine. Diego B showing that he has the skills to be able to claim the win here, but with such an early deficit, it's going to be a big, long stretch to get that hit in. At the left side, we got an Ice Golem soak for a graveyard, but a defensive poison from ASUCHINI will be able to take most of these skeletons out. Not a whole lot of chip damage expected in that left lane.
No, but a miner comes in on the backhand side from ASUCHINI trying to get the hut, and he does connect. The guards are played just a little bit too late. Miner gets taken out. No more damage on Diego B's tower. But if you're ASUCHINI, oh, you got to stop this. The graveyard comes in on the right-hand side from Diego B, doing a ton of damage. The poison as well takes out the Zappies, and just like that, Diego B does a lot of damage on the right.
Very well played to Diego B. We got a note from Sir Tag, one of our pro players in chat right now, that Diego B actually has a really good matchup here if he can just hold off against these unrelenting attacks from ASUCHINI. ASUCHINI with the early lead is now falling behind in overtime as his edge starts to slip away. A miner going in straight for the Electro Wizard instead of toward the tower is trying to provide a little bit of cover for the Flying Machine, but it goes down anyways. Royal Ghost and a P.E.K.K.A are starting to stack up on the right side, but only down to 808. Hit that drum bass. Right side is going to be a defensive guard set up to block the Royal Ghost, and that is the end of that exchange.
Yeah, once again, we're going to reset in the arena as a comm rolls over for about 5 seconds before a P.E.K.K.A is dropped. Here is the push. Here comes Diego B. Is he going to graveyard? That is exactly what he's going to do. The poison on defense from ASUCHINI, just trying to deal with this, but this is going to be a full life P.E.K.K.A and a Flying Machine that's going to be pushing on the right-hand side. This could be a huge push, Woody.
Clip from the right side, the Flying Machine gets most of those skeletons down, but still takes a little bit of damage. Nice miner placement, avoids most of the guards at the right side, and is able to get the tower down to 616. This is going to be an incredibly close match one, as we finally are going to find out which of these players will move ahead. A naked graveyard at the right side with no cover whatsoever. ASUCHINI's low on Elixir, though, doesn't have the poison to be able to stack the defense up, and the skeletons are only going to get zapped down. Right side is now within poison range. The poison goes in. It's a miner that came in too slow, and Diego.
It doesn't kill your entire tower, Perfectly played from Diego B there, and like you said, he had a little bit of a matchup advantage. The P.E.K.K.A. doesn't do well versus guards versus Graveyard, a lot of swarmy little troops to deal with it. But we're gonna get into game number 2. By the way, everybody, this is a best of 5 final, so you have to win 3 games, not just 2 in the finals to be claimed the victor.
Looks like we got a relatively standard Goblin log bait deck from Diego B. Goblin Gang, Barrel, Princess, and even the Knight, old school style. Diego B marching in the left lane to try to clear out this Flying Machine and Goblin Hut, but it's going to take a little bit more than just the Princess. Ice Spirit added on top gives her just enough clearance to get through. Oh no, a poor minor placement on defense. ASUCHINI winds up taking about 700 damage in the left lane from a well-placed Goblin Barrel by Diego B.
Yeah, and now you see this deck from Diego B here. It's the old school bait style deck. Is this one of those picks where you're up 1-0? I'm gonna use a deck that I've probably played 1,000 games with and have it really comfortable. You know, I know how to counter every deck with this kind of archetype, kind of pick from Diego B, kind of playing it safe in essence.
I think that might be part of it. Not a very safe play to rocket a Goblin Hut, though, and extremely aggressive to dump a Goblin Barrel when you're that far behind an Elixir. ASUCHINI has actually an amazing opportunity right now to turn this thing around if he can support these Zappies up the left lane. He's got Zappies and about another 2 Elixir to play around with here. Princess is not going to provide much of a threat against this push, but the Goblin Gang gets the work done in the center here. Tower is going to take a little bit of chip damage from the Flying Machine, getting 1 shot off, but still above that 2K mark. Diego B has held off against ASUCHINI's primary attack, just down 1 Elixir now.
Yes, and ASUCHINI's last 2 cards are a P.E.K.K.A. and either a Log or a Zap. I've seen it with both. A lot of players have been using Zap yesterday and today, but it has been used with Log as well. He doesn't have I would say it's a Zap because he would be logging these Goblin Barrels. You know, that would be the easiest way to deal with it. So I'm gonna say it's a Zap and a P.E.K.K.A. And there is the P.E.K.K.A. Zappies are behind this P.E.K.K.A. right now, and can he push and get this tower on the left-hand side? But oh
no.
my, no! Woody, we don't even see Inferno Tower anymore with this deck, but what a choice, because there's a P.E.K.K.A. on the field.
I am incredibly impressed by Diego B. This is a monster performance. Inferno Tower does go down, and there's still quite a bit of damage up the left lane, but Diego B has got plenty of room to be able to soak a little bit there. He actually is behind now. Hold on. Diego B takes a big hit and couldn't get anything done on the counterattack. ASUCHINI is starting to turn this game around, and with an aggressive poison will chip the tower down below the 400 mark. Just a little bit more spell cycle will get the win as we go into overtime now. The next tower will win it.
Yet here comes a Goblin Barrel on the left-hand side. It doesn't take it in rocket range, though. He's got to cycle all of his troops. He does not want to get Miner poisoned out on the left-hand side.
Oh
here comes a rocket from Diego B. Woody, this is going to be close.
Rocket from Diego B means that there's only 1 more chance for ASUCHINI to get the win here. He has to attack right now. The Flying Machine gets the lock. That thing is going down. Diego B gets it first. The base race. Fight a few close games himself earlier on in the bracket, and I would not be completely surprised if he manages to get a game or 2 off, or even manages to reverse sweep Diego B.
Well, we're about to find out what is going down. There's a Goblin Hut coming down from ASUCHINI and a rocket from Diego B. Could Diego B be running the exact same deck? And as I alluded to earlier, a deck that you've played 1,000+ times is a very, very comfortable deck to play because you know it in every matchup. Probably the only reason why he was able to sneakily win that last game.
It's a very interesting and, dare I say, atypical strategic choice to be rocketing these Goblin Huts. It worked for him pretty well last game, though. And running another version of this classic log bait deck. He's going to start taking a lot of damage out the right side. The arrows go down to try to deal with that Graveyard, but not quickly enough. Over 1,000 damage from ASUCHINI as the right side goes down to the triple digits. Tears from Diego B as his tower gets hammered.
Yeah, this is probably the hardest counter you can go up against if you're running a bait-style deck. That Diego B is. I mean, there's just no possible way you can stop a Graveyard. I mean, you have arrows. The only thing you have is a Goblin Gang. Like, that's not really the greatest answer. He doesn't have a log. He has arrows instead, so that's 3 Elixir, not 2. So it costs 1 more to deal with it. ASUCHINI caught him off guard and is in prime position to at least make a comeback here and keep things interesting versus Diego B. Let's see if Diego B can bring it back, though. Just like last game, could he do the impossible again?
I see players chanting Nova strong in chat as they prepare for ASUCHINI. Ascendant, this right side push, getting the tower down to 839, might be an opportunity for Diego B to just say, you know what, we're done with that right lane. We're going to go hard out on the left side and try to take it down. But no, instead, sends in Goblins down the right side and can't find the connection he's looking for just yet.
No, Princess continuing to stay alive here, doing a lot of chip damage to the Goblin HUD. Ice Wizard is going to take out one of the Princesses. The Poison takes out the other one on the right-hand side. We're just in, he's just going to be Poison cycling for the rest of the game.
ASUCHINI does not have to take any more risks in this game whatsoever with very strong defense in the first couple of minutes. He'll just be a little bit more spell cycle away from finishing off that right side tower.
He's already got the biscuit.
Will Poison and Log be enough? I think it is just barely enough to finish off that right side.
Yeah, he's already got the biscuit. Why risk it? The Mega Minion's going to swing on the right-hand side, and it's all but over with 22 seconds left.
Yeah. Double Princess at the left lane. Diego B had to make one final stand. Sends in the Knight on the left, but no, Goblin Barrel is not going to be able to connect to the right side. Ice Wizard rather is a fantastic defense. ASUCHINI rolls a log through on defense, and one more little tiny tick from the Poison gets the job done. ASUCHINI with the turnaround now has got a 1-0 victory against Diego B in the third game.
Victorious. We're going to find out, can Diego B close it out here, or are we going to a game 5?
I'd say that something that really impresses me about ASUCHINI is that he never gets disturbed by being behind, by being in a high-pressure situation. I think that he'll play in an 0-2 the exact same way that he plays when he's in a dominant, stomping match. I think that being behind against Diego B is certainly not a comfortable position, but ASUCHINI is one of the players who can handle it. Fireball crashes into the Flying Machine at the right side, and with that chip damage, he'll also get a shot from the Mega Minion. ASUCHINI gives the good game, not happy about seeing a Lava Hound deck on the other side of the arena. He's running P.E.K.K.A, which is unlikely to get much value against an aerial assault.
Yeah, not much value at all, especially when he probably has guards in that build as well. Diego B, that is. Here comes the Lava Hound on the left-hand side. Zappies are down for ASUCHINI. They're going to do a good job, but just like we said, guards are probably one of the hardest counters to P.E.K.K.A. He needs to knock off the shield. Not only does he knock off the shield, then he needs to kill the skeleton afterwards, as the P.E.K.K.A just kind of stays in the same position. But there is a Royal Ghost pushing on the left-hand side. What does he have for this, Woody?
Nothing, it seems. He's got the Mega Minion to swipe it down, but that's still going to be over about 700 damage, in fact, on the left lane. ASUCHINI with a nice little poke and prod in there early on, but hold on, he's going to need something heavy to deal with his balloon out so on the right. He's got a Flying Machine to start poking it down. Will that be enough? Fireball crashes into the Goblin HUD and the Flying Machine, and that's going to be it. Balloon gets the drop out the right side, and ASUCHINI has taken a massive blow.
Ton of damage on the right-hand side from one balloon, but the Spear Goblins from ASUCHINI are chipping down the left. Only problem for ASUCHINI is this P.E.K.K.A somehow, some way needs to get value, and with a Tombstone, with guards, he can only poison one of them. You're not, you know, he's gonna wait for the poison to happen. Once the poison is played on either the Tombstone, skeletons, or the guards, that's when the other one is going to be played. Here comes the Lava Hound on the left-hand side from Diego B. Can he push through with this P.E.K.K.A?
Diego makes a very shrewd move here to drop the Lava Hound out left side to be able to distract the Zappies. That's one of the best cards to try to counter that swarm defense that Diego B has been setting up, but not getting the work done there. It's a massive push from Diego B, and I don't know if you can stop this with any card. Sound the air raid sirens, because a Lava Hound, a balloon, a Mega Minion, and a Flying Machine have torn the left side tower down. And in chatting, I think that 15 seconds is all that separates Diego B from the championship title.
Yeah, and there's going to be a Lava Hound. He might be going for the 3 crown now. Diego B is going to be your Super Magical Cup champion, taking home $6,000.